little bees, and welcome back to a brand new video of Phantom Friday. So today we are going to be talking about the terrifying legends of Berry Pomeroy Castle. Hidden deep within the woodland valleys of Devon lies a castle so famous that most believe it's one of the most haunted places in Britain. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing unexpected screams, and even feeling an invisible force pulling them into danger. But are these chilling encounters proof of the paranormal, or simply stories that have grown over centuries? Today, we're exploring the terrifying legends and surroundings of Berry Pomeroy Castle. Berry Pomeroy Castle sits just outside the town of Totnes. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to put the town name here. Once again, I'm dyslexic. I don't know. But Tontnes. In Devon. It's a place in Devon, England. Although many people once believed it dated back to Norman times, after the Battle of Hastings, archaeologists' excavations have revealed that the castle was actually built much later, during the late 15th century, by the powerful Pomeroy family. The Pomeroys had owned the surrounding land for over 400 years before deciding to build a fortified castle. England was experiencing unrest during the Wars of the Roses, and Devon had become one of the most lawless regions of southern England. Berry Pomeroy wasn't built simply as a grand residence, it was designed as a genuine defence fortress. In 1547, financial difficulties forced the Pomeroy family to sell the estate to Edward Seymour, the Duke of Somerset and uncle of, I think it's King Edward V. The Seymours transferred the medieval fortress into something much grander. Grander? Depends on whereabouts in England you're from. Grander or grander? Grander, right? I don't know. Beginning around 1560, they started building a magnificent Elizabethan mansion inside the castle walls, intending it to rival some of England's greatest stately homes. It was like, babes, have you seen my chandelier? It's bigger than yours. However, money did eventually run out. Construction suddenly stopped, and by around the 1700s, the castle had been abandoned, left to decay as nature slowly reclaimed its walls. Over the next few centuries, the ivory-covered ruins attracted artists, writers, and curious visitors during the Gothic literature boom. So when it was all like, oh my gosh, I love myself a vampire, they go there for the inspo. So yeah, the authors used the inspiration for their terrifying novels that were filled with murders, betrayal, and even ghosts. These fictional stories blurred with local folklore, helping create the castle's haunted reputation that Berry Pomeroy Castle still carries today. Like many haunted castles, Berry Pomeroy ghost stories revolved around tragedy, betrayal, and violent death. The most famous legends involve two sisters, Margaret and Eleanor Pomeroy. According to the story, Margaret was renowned for her extraordinary beauty, and Eleanor became consumed with jealousy and still the affections of the man that she loved. So she imprisoned her sister, as you do. And she imprisoned her sister in the castle's dungeons beneath St. Margaret's Tower. So legend claims Margaret was left there to slowly starve to death. Some versions say that she would watch her sister for days simply to hear her screams and to watch her die. Like, that's messed up. Whether any of this actually happened remains highly doubtful. Modern historians have found no historical evidence that Margaret Pomeroy was imprisoned or murdered in this way. So once again, the lines of folklore and storytelling have gotten blurred. The second and even darker legend tells of a mysterious blue lady. Her identity, however, changes depending on who's telling the story. Some believe she was the daughter of the Pomeroy family. Most disturbing versions say she became pregnant after being abused by her own father. Terrified of the scandal, she secretly gave birth before killing her own baby. Unable to live with what she had done, she later died, or, according to some versions, was murdered. So her restless spirit is said to haunt the grounds of the castle, searching endlessly for victims. Again, historians have not found any evidence that this tragedy actually happened. So the story is probably developed through the folklore rather than actual documented history. So let's talk about our most famous ghosts. Bury Pomeroy Castle is said to be haunted by two terrifying female spirits. The first one being the White Lady. Oh my eye. Ow. The White Lady is believed to be Margaret Pomeroy herself. Witnesses claim she appears dressed in flowing white robes around the dungeons beneath St. Margaret's Tower or along the castle walls. People have described feeling overwhelming sadness, sudden drops in temperature, and the strange sensation of being watched. Some visitors report seeing her silently standing in the darkness before disappearing without a trace. Unlike many ghost stories, she rarely seems aggressive. Instead, she's often described as deeply sorrowful, as though she's forever reliving her imprisonment. Give me a second to put these on and I'll talk to you about the Blue Lady next. So the Blue Lady, she is considered the most sinister of them all. According to legend, she appears wearing a glowing blue dress. And she simply doesn't just appear, she beckons. Those who do are allegedly led towards a dangerous staircase with high walls and an unstable section of the ruins. The legend warns that anyone who follows her risks falling to their death. Dun dun dun. Whether this tale began as a genuine ghost story or simply as a warning to stop people wandering into the dangerous parts of the castle, just don't know. However, it did become the castle's most frightening legend out of them all. There is a glowing woman in blue telling me to follow her. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not following. No thank you. Let's move on to the reported sightings and the eyewitnesses. For well over a century, visitors have claimed to experience strange events that happen at Bury Pomeroy Castle. Some report hearing footsteps echoing through completely empty rooms. Others describe whispers, cries, or even screams coming from beneath the castle, only to discover that nobody is there. People report sudden icy cold spots, overwhelming feelings of dread, and some sensations of being touched by unseen hands. One of the most frequently reported experiences is seeing a woman dressed in white standing near the dungeon entrance before vanishing into thin air. Others insist they have seen a blue figure moving through the windows or appearing briefly on the staircase before disappearing. Paranormal investigators have also claimed that unexplained lights, strange noises, and unusual electrical phenomenon. Although none of these have been independently verified. Despite the stories, many visitors spend hours exploring Bury Pomeroy Castle and experience absolutely nothing unusual. Still, the number of accounts has helped cement its reputation as one of Britain's most haunted castles. Moving on to the skeptical explanations and historical evidence. So is Bury Pomeroy Castle generally haunted? So skeptics point at several reasons why people might believe they've encountered a ghost. First, the castle itself creates the perfect atmosphere. It's isolated deep within the woodland. The ruins are dimly lit. The thick stone walls create strange echoes, while shifting sunlight and shadows can easily play tricks on your eyes. Psychologists also describe something called the power of suggestion. When visitors arrive already knowing they've entered one of Britain's most haunted castles, they're naturally more likely to interpret ordinary things or shadows or sounds as something paranormal. Perhaps the strangest arguments against the legend's claim come from the historians. Archaeological, there we go. Researchers have overturned many of the castle's long-held myths. The castle isn't Norman as one had believed. There's no historical evidence that Margaret Pomeroy was murdered by her sister, and likewise no records support the tragic tale of the Blue Lady. Many researchers believe these stories became popular during the Gothic era of the 18th and 19th century, when haunted castles were more fashionable settings for novels of ghost stories. Over time, fiction blended with local folklore until the legends became accepted as history. Of course, stories are going to be blended into the history of it. Personally, I think Bury Pomeroy Castle is fascinating whether you believe in ghosts or not. The real history alone is enough to capture your imagination and make it go absolutely wild. Like a powerful family, unfinished mansion, centuries of abandonment. I mean, come on. Like, this castle is slowly disappearing into the forest. So if you stumbled upon it, of course it's going to be like, oh my gosh. But it's the legends that truly bring the ruins to life. Like, let's be honest here. Even knowing that the historians found little evidence to support the stories, it's hard not to wonder what people have really experienced all of those years. Because I mean, if so many accounts happened, and apparently none of these things, like Margaret didn't actually die in the dungeons, she must have died of natural causes, or there's no tragic stories and stuff like that, then what is it that's making these ghosts appear to so many people over centuries of visiting it? Or have thousands of visitors generally experienced and encountered something that science can't explain? Like, come on. But I want to know what you think. Tell me in the comments below, because I'm really interested as to why on earth so many people have seen or had experiences with these ghosts, and apparently they're not meant to be there because historians have proven that they're not meant to be there. Like, I can't see it any other way. I need somebody else to enlighten me of some other way that it's happened the way that it's happened, you know? I have a theory, and that's the theory I'm going with. I can't think of anything else. So if you have enjoyed today's video, then please leave a like and definitely subscribe so then you guys can see more of these videos. I do an alternate of Phantom Friday, and then like maybe a vlog or a fashion video or something else, and then Phantom Friday again, just because it's a lot of research and I need time to process the research. And that's it for today's video. Be nice, be good, and be grateful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my little bees.